In 1984, the year LeBron James was born, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the NBA's all-time scoring leader. The legendary center finished his career in 1989 after 20 years in the NBA, split between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers with 38,387 career points. Abdul-Jabbar's record seemed unreal, and there were many reasons why it was believed that it would stay forever. He played for 2 decades, was absolutely dominant with his physique, and left everybody else so behind that it looked unreal that anyone would ever get even close to that mark. Michael Jordan was already in the league when Kareem retired, and no matter how good he was, MJ finished more than 6,000 points behind. So regardless of how good LeBron James was when he got into the league, no one even mentioned that he might reach Abdul-Jabbar. But he did exactly that 20 years later, becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer. LeBron could have been an NBA champion, the next Jordan, or whatever, but no one thought he could reach Abdul-Jabbar. Not because he was not good enough, but simply because Kareem's record was called indestructible. It was clear that it would take a nearly perfect player designed to play the game at the highest level with elite scoring ability, unmatched consistency, and a career that spans across decades. Did LeBron match that description when he came into the league? Not many would have agreed with that. However, LeBron got to a good start, as he was 18 years old when he joined the Cleveland Cavaliers.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
He was the go-to guy from day one, and despite his age, he had a grown man body and the level of talent not many had before him. LeBron quickly became the youngest player to ever score 1,000 career points, as he was less than 2 months after his 19th birthday. He kept the same pace, becoming the youngest to reach the 2,000 points mark, then the 3,000, and so on. He wasn't a young prospect anymore. He was a beast who was taking over the league with the focus on winning the championship. Right before he decided to take his talents to South Beach and try to win the championship with the Miami Heat, the first articles on the possibility of LeBron reaching Kareem's record came out. No one really paid much attention to that, since LeBron still was on the rise, and the projections that he may reach Kareem in 2023 looked too far in the future. So no one really paid attention to that. Meanwhile, LeBron won 2 titles in Miami and got back home to Cleveland to win the first one for the Cavs, saying that the titles with Cleveland put him on top as the greatest player of all time. Many found that statement inappropriate, since we have never heard Michael Jordan or any other great to say that. But the numbers were showing that LeBron was on pace to achieve something that not long ago looked unbelievable. That was the season when LeBron became the youngest player ever and the 21st player in NBA history to reach the 25,000 points mark. At that point, LeBron was still only 31 years old and was long enough in the league so we can see the projections of how close he could get to Kareem's record. At the end of the 2017-18 season, LeBron had already passed the 31,000 points mark, and all of a sudden it became not if, but when LeBron would break Kareem's record. He was 33 years old, still in his prime, and it was obvious that only injuries may slow him down. He had a couple of knee or ankle injuries, but that was nothing that could have stopped LeBron. In 2018, LeBron moved to LA, opening a new chapter in his career. He kept pushing, won the NBA championship in 2020, and in the 2021-22 season, he averaged 30.3 points per game, the highest average he had since the 2005-2006 season. Now it was all set for the epic moment that came on February 7th, 2023, when LeBron sank a jump shot that will go in history as one of the most significant moments in NBA history. So right there and then, LeBron made history, becoming the league's all-time leading scorer, 39 years after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar set the previous record. LeBron has stated numerous times that he wants to play with his son Bronny in the NBA, and knowing that he is in his first year at college this year, Bronny will be eligible to get to the league in the 2024-25 season. He would most likely do so, since there will be a team that would love to use that marketing boost of having LeBron's son on the team. So you can expect LeBron to play until he's 41 or maybe even 42 years old. If we also look at his scoring averages in the last couple of seasons, he was at 28.9 last season, the 30.3 we already mentioned, and 25 points per game in the 2020-21 season. So even if he starts playing limited minutes and sits out games, LeBron will definitely score around 1,200 to 1,500 points per season, which would get him over the 42,000 points mark. So if we want to believe that there would be a player that can reach LeBron, then he will need to do something even more special, and that is scoring a lot and doing that for more than 2 decades. If we bring in the question of who is the player that may reach LeBron's record, some of you would say Steph Curry, or Kevin Durant, or Luka Doncic. But if we take a look at the numbers, that looks close to impossible. Durant is currently 13th on the all-time scoring list with just under 27,000 points. Knowing that he is already 34 years old and keeps scoring 27 points per game as he does in his career, and does not miss more than 10 regular season games per season, he would need to play 8 more seasons on the same level to reach LeBron. Curry is 1 year older than KD and is still under 22,000 career points, so we don't even need to do that much math to see that he has no chance of reaching LeBron. Okay, let's take some of the younger stars. Let's say Luka Doncic. He is only 23 years old, has already scored over 9,000 points in his career, and averaged 30.2 points per game last season. So for Luka to reach LeBron's record, he would need to score 30 points per game in 72 games per season until he is 40 years old to be where LeBron would be when he ends his career. So this sounds pretty unbelievable, and it seems like we finally have a record that is really untouchable, at least by the players who are already in the league. But maybe there is some kid born in the year when LeBron set the record that will be the chosen one.